treatment, and that's sure a lot more important than what we're doing today. But I wanted to do a little bit of a progression of what started and how this kicked off here. I'm Greg Stout from the Tampa PBA. Tampa Police Corporal Ed Croissant is with the Tampa Police Department. His wife's with the Sheriff's Department. Ed contacted the PBA and said, the deputy, very serious cancer, not doing well, married, 33 years old, 4 small children, what can we do to help them? And that's the very first that we heard. The Witt family knew really nothing about it, hadn't heard anything about it, and so we started that day and started making contact. We found Deputy John McCarroll and went to him and said, what can we do? And we found out that they'd already had 2 raffles. One had just completed, one was in the process of being completed, and it was just within a few days of being over. So we decided to go on our own, and we contacted Bob Greenhall and Marguerite, and they're right here with us, and Judy Cavanaugh, and Beth Joseph, who are all with Toshiba. And we asked if we could buy a laptop computer from them and that we could put in a raffle. And they said absolutely not. And as it turns out, they donated this $900 laptop computer for our raffle. And Bob and Margarita are absolute heroes to us. We have a charity account, which we give a $10,000 check to the family of an officer killed in the line of duty to their family the day of the event. And we literally had almost nothing in it, and in 2 years' time, Bob and Marguerite have done their best to help us put $100,000 in that account. And it sits there today, and literally, they are our heroes. We contacted Joe Gibbery from the Tampa Tribune and asked if they could do something to spread the word about this, and they asked us to write a letter, which we did, and they published it the very next day in the letter of the day in the opinion section. And that opened the floodgate. We started getting donations like crazy through our website. People were coming in here. We started getting notes and letters to the family coming in here. A donor who wanted to remain absolutely anonymous gave us a check for $5,000. An 89-year-old woman in Polk County sent us $1,000 with a little note that she doesn't own a computer and never had one, do something else with it if she's the winner, which would go right to the Witt family in the event that happens. The Hess Corporation, just kind of out of the sky, walked in the door and said, we want to give $1,500 to your charity, and we couldn't think of a better thing to do than put right into this. Dave Callan from Star and Shield Insurance. I tell you, he's a secondary hero for us. He was here during the RNC and actually was at the back of a truck handing out food and water to thousands of police officers with us. They donated a lot of money to help with all of that. They stepped right up and handed us $1,000. We contacted the Florida PBA and asked them to send us out statewide, which they did. And again, we started getting even more contributions coming in everywhere from that. We got a $500 check from the Palm Beach County PBA just within a day or so of us doing that. We know that officers from around the state have contributed to this thing. We received a $5 contribution from Berlin, Germany. Whoever they are, God bless them, but the word got that far out on this little raffle, which we thought was pretty spectacular. Gary Bradford's here supporting the Florida PBA. Where are you, Gary? Hiding in the back over there. Thank you very much. And he was instrumental in helping us spread the word about this throughout the state. Chief Jane Castor was scheduled here, and again, the president got in the way of all of that. She sends her regrets. We called Sheriff G and asked him if he'd draw the winning ticket, and as you see, he's right here. And I know that he is right here with the Witt family. Mayor Bob Buckhorn was supposed to also be here today and also has sent regrets because of the president being here. Sandy Merman, our great friend from the County Commission, and Ken Hagan, also here from the County Commission, used to show their solidarity with this family, which again, what more can we say about that? Commissioner Miller and Mark Sharp have regrets they can't make it today. But what I'd like to tell you is, in just a few short weeks, we've raised $15,000 for them. And that's pretty staggering for something this fast, and we're so thrilled about that. John McCarroll is going to receive the check and hand it over to the family today sometime. And Sheriff, would you draw our ticket for us? No pressure.
You can return here or go?
Turn her a couple of times, sure.
Okay.
Keep it fair.
Hope we don't have a hanging Chad or anything. Well, you know, that one fell out of the
Yeah,
back,
jump
so
one.
you know,
Yeah.
good.
There we
I guess
go.
that's the thing. And we do have a name on that one, and it's R. Cardinal.
Chipper.
We probably the phone number to contact?
Yeah, it's a 352 number.
All right, we have a winner.
Most of them were online. This gentleman, we have this information, so, yeah, R. Cardinal, I have the phone number, and wrote a check, it looks like 976, so, from area code 352.
That's fabulous.
Let me thank everybody, all, I thank the PBA, and on behalf of Dan, I talked to him late last night. He had some actually encouraging news last night that there potentially been a misdiagnosis originally, and so he had some hope that there was another therapy that may be available to him, because he's pretty sick right now. And I can tell you, Dan doesn't ever say anything to me about it, and I really wasn't even aware of his personal financials. You can only imagine with that kind of illness, but we did find out recently, and the office has been helping him, that it has really strapped his family, and really having a tough time, and he's incredibly sick right now. But a great positive attitude, you know, every night. Try to talk to him, and he's very upbeat. He's the type of guy that's not a complainer, you know. He is worried about his wife and his children, you know, and what's going to happen to him. So I would tell you on behalf of Dan, I know he would appreciate this very much, and it's very well needed.
Thank you. I like to tell people this is the most fun of our job right here, and I do say benevolent is our middle name. I don't know Dan Witt, never met him. I've heard nothing but fabulous things about him from friends and coworkers, and this is all about helping another police officer, regardless of agency, what they are, where they are. That means nothing to us, so we're just thrilled to be a part of that. Appreciate it. Sandy or Ken, do you want to say something?
I'm just overwhelmed, I guess, by, you know, a public servant that really has, you know, got an unfortunate situation, and how the community always seems to rally and help people that need help. And it's just another case where I think we've really come together, and I can't say how much I appreciate you, Greg, what you've done over the years, and just helping all these fallen officers we've had. I know we've talked many times about it, Gary, too, that you know, there's just a soft spot in our hearts for these families. And well, I mean, I don't know what we can do, but if there's anything ever the county commission can do, we write checks for a lot of stupid things, but this is stuff that we should really pay attention to and take care of. And so we've got my full support.
Thank you. Kim?
Just say that our hearts and prayers go out to the Wood family, and I want to thank you, Greg, the PBA, and Sheriff's Office, and the TPD for everything you're doing to rally behind a law enforcement officer that's in need. And I want to thank my good friend Gary Bradford for calling me and telling me the tragic story we have here, and as a result, working with being Kearney and some friends, we're in the process of organizing a fundraiser at a soon-to-be-open gun range.
That's great.
On behalf of the family, so hopefully the next month or two. So happy to help out any way we can.
Gary?
Yeah,
You're never at a loss for words.
Just have to make sure you say you've only got 2 minutes.
congratulations, Greg. You now have a new fundraiser I was going to tell you about, but we
Great.
chatted a lot about it.
That's great.
They're building a new first-class gun range up on Fletcher. I called the chairman and said, Chairman, we got a computer, that's good, that's a great start, but it's not enough. And Rich Reedy, his aide, says, you know, cops, deputies, guns, bingo, we got a new idea. So we contacted Mr. Kearney and said, Mr. Kearney, this is the need, and he jumped right on it. So afterwards, I'll throw some of you guys in the car, we're going to go up there and take a look at it. And it's just in its infancy. I thought maybe we could have the sheriff on one side blazing away and the chief on the other blazing away, and we have the best shot, and we can have the SWAT guys, and but we'll get to all that, Sheriff.
Next week.
We'll be next week. So
She's a pretty good shot.
We're coming down the pipe for you, brother.
I'll keep mine in my holster. If I take it out, I might remove all doubt that I really can't.
It's for charity, so we'll get in a competition, but that's kind of where we're trying to go with it.
Thank you very much. Bob or Marguerite?
Yeah, I just would echo the thoughts of our thoughts and prayers are with Officer Witt and his family, and this is just a small token of our support, a small way to support you all. I mean, we're there for the PBA, as you know, as we've been. That's a little thing for us to be able to do to help those that are willing to lay their lives on the line every day to keep us safe in our community. So this is just a small way we can support you, and I just think this is fantastic what you've done for this officer and his family, and we're delighted to be a part of it.
This is just great. John?
Mark, to follow that up, I can say that in speaking with Dan, he's been very overwhelmed with the amount of support that's been coming in, and it's been very instrumental in his emotional spirit and being able to fight this. He's got some really great news as of yesterday, but he's still got a long road ahead, and he needs that incentive to keep going. And he's going to be very thrilled when he gets the news.
That's great.
I'm going to present you the check. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming. We raided Alessi's Bakery and have great apple turnovers and a lot of coffee or soft drinks if anybody's interested in anything. And again, thank all of you for taking the time. I know how busy we all are to come in here and do this for us. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.